Windsor Castle lit up like a winter jewel. But even the brilliance of the season couldn't overshadow what happened inside St. George's Hall tonight. Because as the German president arrived for the first state visit in 27 years, it wasn't the history, the politics, or even the glittering guest list that captured the moment. It was the entrance of Princess Kate, and the instant she stepped into the hall, every eye turned toward her. The Princess of Wales appeared in a radiant purple gown, her smile warm, her posture calm, and her presence unmistakably regal. But what truly stunned the room was the crown upon her head, Queen Victoria's Oriental circlet tiara, one of the rarest jewels in the royal collection. Crafted by Prince Albert himself, set with lotus motifs and more than 2,600 diamonds, it is a piece so steeped in history that its appearance alone felt like a message. Kate paired it with the late Queen's earrings, the royal family order, and the GCVO sash, a look that blended heritage and modern grace so seamlessly that it felt almost cinematic. The photo of Kate and William posted earlier from Frogmore House suddenly made sense. This was not just preparation. This was foreshadowing. Across the room, Queen Camilla wore emerald lace and the iconic girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, while Prince William looked effortlessly polished in white tie. But even among royalty, there are moments when one figure quietly commands the entire atmosphere, and tonight, that figure was Kate. St. George's Hall had been transformed for the occasion. A towering 6-meter Christmas tree glowed with 3,000 lights, its gold ornaments echoing the shimmer of the 45-foot mahogany banquet table. The evening marked Germany's first state visit in nearly 3 decades, and nothing was left to chance. When King Charles rose for his speech, he spoke in both English and German, weaving friendship, trade, and shared history into his message. But he also brought something else: humor. With executives from Germany's automotive giants seated nearby, he quipped that the president had traveled that afternoon in the most comfortable and lowest emissions vehicle in the world, the horse-drawn royal carriage. 6 horsepower, he joked, was sometimes all one needed. Then came the football line, the one the whole hall had been waiting for. Football, Charles said, is a shared endeavor, although some say it's a game where 11 people play 11 people, and in the end, the Germans win. Laughter filled the room. Even Gary Lineker's original quote seemed to echo somewhere among the chandeliers. But after the jokes came the weight of history. Charles spoke of the world wars, the pain and division, and the reconciliation that followed. Decades of healing had turned former enemies into partners, and tonight, he said, the two nations stood shoulder to shoulder, united not only by trade and diplomacy, but by conscience. The German president responded with equal warmth, speaking of the Berlin Wall, democracy, and the shared values that bind Britain and Germany. He reminded the room that some of the UK's most beloved Christmas traditions, including the Christmas tree, were gifts from Germany. And in a hall shimmering with lights, the symbolism felt almost poetic. Down the table, Claudia Schiffer sat beside Sir Keir Starmer, while musicians performed everything from Handel to Coldplay. Guests enjoyed smoked trout tartlets, Windsor partridge, and baked Alaska, paired with English sparkling wine and German spatlies. Even the cocktails, cherry brandy and chocolate, honored the Black Forest. Outside Windsor, the state visit continued with carriage processions, salutes, anthem ceremonies, and formal welcomes. Earlier in the day, Kate stunned in a blue Alexander McQueen coat with Princess Diana's earrings, her hair sleek and straight as she greeted the German delegation alongside William. By nightfall, the castle belonged to history, diplomacy, and royal pageantry. But beneath all the speeches, the traditions, and the laughter, one truth lingered long after the music faded. Tonight was a reminder of how the past can be honored, how friendships can be rebuilt, and how a single royal appearance can become the defining image of an entire state visit. And as Windsor Castle closed its doors to the December night, one thing was certain: this was not just another banquet. This was a moment that will be remembered.